Welcome, my dear students, on this amazing learning platform, Learn Forward. We are learning science with this book, Link with Science by Feathercap. And this is our chapter number 9. Okay. So, the chapter says that today we are going to learn about an interesting resource, interesting as well as important resource that we have, and that is water. So, let's start. Okay. So the first activity shows that there are some words written in water and you have to unscramble them and make meaningful words. So the first one is AWTRE. So I am only doing the first one. Rest you have to do on your own after learning the chapter. You can do it. Okay, I am doing first and last one. Rest 3 you can do on your own. Okay, so first letter is AWTRE. I hope some of you might have already done it. So it is water. The same thing that we are going to learn here is water. Last is AWTER. So that means it is water again. Water. Okay. And what is the second word? LYCEL. So that is cycle. So in this chapter you will learn about water cycle. Okay. Now water is essential for all living things. Plants need water to live and make food. We use water for various purposes like washing, drinking, cleaning, bathing and cooking. So water is essential. We cannot live without water. We need water for a variety of activities, and these are washing things, drinking purpose, cleaning the house, maybe bathing, maybe cooking. All require water. Now what are the different sources of water? Sources means what are the places where we get water. So the main source is rain. So we get water from rain. The earth means the ground also takes water from the rain. Okay. So rainwater fills puddles. What is puddle? Puddle is a small pool of water. It's a small area in which the water gets logged. So that is small pool of water. So rainwater fills the puddles, the ponds, lakes, streams and rivers because it is coming from upside. We can see the water on the surface of the earth. This is called the surface water. So whatever water you are seeing on the surface of the earth, that is the surface water. We know that 3/4 of our earth is covered with water. So that is called as surface water. Either there are streams, lakes, rivers, oceans, seas, everything. Okay. We build dams and canals to use water, surface water. Some rainwater seeps into the ground. Seeps means it goes inside the ground. Water fall from the surface means from the upside and it goes to the soil. Now this is called groundwater. So the water that has reached the ground is called as groundwater. We get groundwater from wells and pumps. So everybody has these pumps and motors at their homes, submersible pumps also. So they are actually bringing the water from the ground only. Okay, wells also bring the water. So this is a well. So we use a pulley to pull this bucket. So this bucket is actually taking the water from the ground. Okay. Now the water we get in our taps comes from both surface water and groundwater. Okay. So the water we are getting into the taps, it comes from both water and groundwater. Now in some places there are natural springs. They are present in nature where underground water comes to the surface. So these areas, the underground water is exposed. It is coming on to the surface. So this is a pond near a village. This is a lake. This is a stream or a river. This is a dam. This is a hand pump and a well. Okay. Now clean water. Water from tanks, ponds, lakes and rivers is not fit for drinking. These are not fit for drinking. So many impurities like dirt, germs, waste, dead insect float in the water. So these are not the correct thing to drink. Okay, correct water to drink. The impure water contain germs also. Germs can make us ill. If you drink such water, you can get sick. Now we should filter, boil and then cool it before drinking. So first what you have to do, use a sieve or a filter cloth, just filter the water. So some impurities will remain on the cloth. Then what you have to do, you have to boil the water, then you can consume it because boiling water kills the germs at least. So you now will not be uh, ill or sick after drinking such water. Okay. Now saving water. How can you save water? Water is useful for all living things. It is useful for everyone. We should not waste water. It is very important. It is a mandate thing that everybody should keep in mind. We have to save lot of water for us as well as the coming generations. Now we can save water in the following ways. What you can do to save water? First thing, we should take bath using a bucket and mug. So use a bucket and mug to take bath. If you are using a shower, then the water that is coming on your body is okay. The other thing is that you enjoy shower. So for that, you just keep on bathing and bathing and bathing, and this wastes a lot of water. So use a bucket and a mug. We should not let the taps run while brushing or bathing. Okay, so whenever we are bathing, do not just open the taps and just forget. Okay, same happens with the brushing also. We must close the tap after use. So we must again close the taps after use. We must get leaking taps repaired. If there is any tap that is the water is dripping from the tap, it should be repaired as soon as possible. We should water the plants using a bucket and a mug. Okay, so first thing, we can use the used water to water the plants. Okay, and again, do not use a pipe directly attached to the motor or pumps. Use a bucket and a mug. Okay, now forms of water. What are the different forms of water? Water is liquid. When water is cooled, it is cooled, ठंडा हो गया है, it changes into ice. So when you keep water in a fridge, what happens? In a freezer actually, it changes into ice. Now ice is a solid thing. What is a solid thing? This is a solid thing. Okay. Water is a liquid thing that can flow. Air around us that we cannot see is the gas. So now when ice melt, now just suppose you have taken the ice trays out and you kept it on a table outside. After some time you will see that ice melts, and now what you see is the liquid water. Now it changes into water. When water is heated, it changes into steam or vapor. So again, this is very practical. If you have ever seen your mother making tea, or you have ever seen your mother boiling water, you will see steam coming out of the pan. So that is nothing but the steam or vapor of water, and this process is called as evaporation. Means water changing into steam or vapors or gaseous form is called as evaporation. Now steam or vapor is the gas form of water. Same. When vapor, again vapor, they are going upside, maybe on the upper climate. So now again when vapors are cooled, they again change to water, now liquid water. Okay, and this process is called as condensation. So this is how rain happens. Means the water body is having water, it gets evaporated in the form of vapors due to sun heat, and after reaching the up, means the altitude, means the height of the atmosphere, they again convert itself into the water and it comes down as rain. Okay, so water as ice, solid, water as liquid, water, and water as vapors in the gas form. Now question, when water is cooled, ice is forms. Okay, ice. So what happens when water is cooled? Ice is formed, or you can say freezing. You can say freezing. Okay. When water is heated, evaporation, means vapors are formed. Evaporation. When steam is cooled, again condensation. Condensation, and water, means liquid water is formed. Okay. Now water cycle. 3/4 of earth. Remember I told you that 3 part out of 4 of your earth is covered with water. So 3/4 of the earth is sea, filled with water. The heat of the sun changes water into vapor. So this sun rays are changing, the evaporation is happening here, and the water is being changed into vapors. Okay, this vapor rises up and forms the cloud. So now these vapors are going upside, and again they are changed into water. So clouds are formed. When the clouds get cooled, vapor changes into water, which rains. So now after some time, this cloud will move with the air, it will move to land part, and this rain water flows and reaches the sea again. So now it is raining here. The water that is falling again is joining the sea. So this is the water cycle. Water is going from here, it is changed to certain part, and now it is coming back. So this is a cyclic thing. That is why we are saying it is a cycle. So thus water goes from sea to land and land to sea again. This makes a water cycle. So water is changed into different states and it is a cyclic thing. That is why we are saying it is a cycle. Now the water cycle is repeated year after year and every time. Fine. So these are the things that you need to remember. Now Olympiad test first question. Water drops fall from the sky as rain. Yes. Where does all this water go? It gets absorbed in the soil. Yes, sometimes. The plant absorbs the water. True. It collects into the oceans and rivers. True. It collects into the ponds and reservoirs. So same. It happens with, means water goes into all these things. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 all are correct. Okay. Now which of the following correctly shows the water level when a beaker of water is tilted? So beaker of the water is tilted slightly. The water shape is again same. It is again same. So this and this is wrong, because if we having this way, so this is correct. Okay, this is wrong because the beaker is like this and water is like this. It cannot go like this. It should be like this. Okay. So this one is correct. Fine. Now choose the correct answer. Water is used for drinking, bathing and both. When water is kept in freezer, it gets converted into ice, steam, gas. It converted into ice. Drinking water is a solid, liquid or gas form. Drinking water is a liquid form. Water vapor is the dash form of water. Water vapor is the gas form of water. Now fill in the blanks. Plants need dash to live and make food. Plants need water to live and make food. Some rainwater seeps into the ground. Seeps means slowly it goes into the ground. When water is cooled, it changes into ice. Boiling of water kills the germs. The heat of sun changes water into vapors, water vapors. Changes water into water vapors. Now, true and false. We get water from the rain. True. We should waste water. No, never. Water for tanks, ponds, lakes and rivers from tank. This is wrong. From. Tanks, ponds, lakes and river is fit for drinking? No, it is not fit for drinking unless we clean it. Water has 3 different forms. Yes, solid, liquid and gas. The water cycle is repeated year after year. True. Now questions. What is surface water? The water that is present on the surface of the earth is called as surface water. Name any 3 sources of water. Rain, the very first one. Then river and lakes, oceans, there are many. Write down any one way in which you can save water. Get your leaking taps repaired. Name 3 forms of water. Solid, liquid and gas. Ice, water and water vapors. In details. Why is all water not safe for drinking? Because all water is exposed to the environment. It must contain, it contains some germs, some dirt, some dust. Okay, so that is why. Write the difference between evaporation and condensation. Evaporation is a process in which water changes into water vapors, while condensation is a process in which water vapor changes into water. What do you understand by water cycle? It is a cycle that is followed by water changing into its 3 forms, different forms, when water evaporates from the surface of the earth. goes to the upper layers of the atmosphere, get condensed to again make the clouds, and as rain drops it comes back to the earth. The water that has fallen on the earth will slowly and gradually reaches the river. So this is about this chapter, students. Learn this. This is the time to say bye bye to you. Happy learning, students.